So there's no real simple way to do this right now. There's no like plug-in or whatever to panel this. If you start trying to draw all these lines of individually push-pull, that's going to be kind of a headache. I'll run you through this sort of quick way, or how I might approach it. So I got your building here. Put it on a different layer. First thing I'm going to do is come in here and copy the base for that. I'm going to hide the building, paste in place. Basically, what I'm going to do is build a bunch of cutters, as I'll call them, and then I'll just cut them away using the solid tools. Let's make this 8 inches. Yeah, let me get this one other line. Bring this down. So, offset tool doesn't work. Yeah, this might be kind of boring, I guess, but whatever. I think I'm going to just set up to just do the front of this building. Alright, so basically that's going to be my horizontal intersector. I'm going to make that a group, put it on the layers, call it cutters. Yeah, so now we'll just like kind of move this thing into place at our different heights. Actually, I have this guy in the wrong place here. There we go. Not really too sure how that was all set up. Right, so let's see, that's going to be the lines we want to intersect horizontally. Let me make some vertical ones here. Maybe 42 feet maybe. I'm gonna group that. Put one in 18 inches, I guess. Wow. You just kind of move these things around where you want them to be. Yeah. There 2 times. Maybe put one close to the edge. Yeah, and I think that drawing you had did something else. Cut these ones in half. So that. I'm gonna just hide these in place right now. Alright, so we're gonna make these are gonna be all of our panel sections. Let's get something going for these circles here. Whoa. I'm gonna rotate these around. Two times. Say 5 times. That work? Alright, so these are all the separate panels we're gonna want. So I'm gonna hide this now. Why didn't that work? Let me select them all. Put all of these on the cutters layer. Alright, now we're gonna need our actual panel material. What I'll do, I'll come back into this building. I guess we're just gonna do these faces for now. Copy that, hide the building. Alright, so I'm just making these into groups for a minute. Now we can, let's say we're gonna have a thickness of, let's do 3-inch panels. Not just a joint push pull with this guy. I'm gonna get thickening set. 3-inch. Okay, so now I'm gonna just outer shell these solid tools. So we basically got this whole thing is 3 inches thick. Sits on the outside of our building. This is where we're gonna cut our panels from. Let's put this onto a layer. Let's call it panels. I'm gonna go back to my cutters. Right now all these are just individual lines. So I'm gonna select them all, and then I'm gonna run the outer shell command, which will join it all into one solid. Alright, so I outer shelled these. I cut it off the video. It took like 90 seconds to do it. So now we have this. It's just one solid group of cutters, as I'm calling them. Then we put our paneling layer back on. So now we have this panels and these cutters. So I'm going to just use the subtract tool to delete all these cutters from this panel. That's going to take another probably 90 seconds, so I'll cut this out. What is it? Subtract. I'm going to subtract that from the panels. Alright, so it's intersected now. You can see it cut all these individual panels. Last shift zoom. Whatever. The Solid Tools moves it to layer 1. Let me move this back to panels. I'll go ahead and color these in. Put a little metal look to it. And I'll bring my building back. So now we have our building. You can see it in the orange with all these panels. I'm gonna hide it, unhide. But yeah, it is gonna be a manual operation to do all this stuff. I wish it wasn't, but put a little style. I think this is one of Dave's styles. I think that's basically how I'd go about approaching this type of problem, though. Good luck.